In this example, we're going to walk through how to change and update an existing policy. Our use case is that we have a security scanning tool that we have made mandatory for our application teams, currently using Sonar, but the security teams come and said, actually, we're going to move to Snyk. So as a platform team, I've gone ahead and created this new step template that goes and triggers the code analysis for Snyk. Now let's look at the policy side of things and how we might update that. So all policies in Octopus are backed by Git. They're stored in your version control, in your repo, and therefore you can update them. You can create new branches and update and test them before you publish them out. In this case, this currently is checking for the Sonar Cube step. And I'm just going to make a change to the ID here so that instead of the Sonar Cube, it's checking for the Snyk step template existing at the beginning of my deployment processes. I can then go ahead and commit the change. Since it is a new breaking change, I will submit it as that as well. So I've committed that only. So you can keep iterating by committing, and then when you're ready, publish it out as a major change for your application teams. I'll make this version active. Now, one thing I want to call out is I'm just making an update to an existing policy here. What you can also do is for a period of time have both policies playing up as well and running. So that's another possible way to migrate from an older policy to a newer one, where the new one might be in warning state, older one might be in a block state, and so on. So in this case, for this policy, though, I've updated an existing one, and currently it will block the deployment from happening if the Snyk step is not present. So let's jump into the actual project. Here is my project against which the policy applies, and today it's running the Sonar scanner step. So as soon as I activate it, this starts to apply. So even for existing releases, if I try to deploy them, it should block already. And it does. It's blocked. I haven't updated the description details here, but it is blocking because the Snyk step isn't present. Instead, the Sonar scanner was present. So what I can do now is go ahead and change that step. So I'm going to delete the Sonar scanner step here and instead add a new step template, which is my Snyk step. And remember, it needs to be, the way I set up the policy, it needs to be at the top of the deployment process before the deployment's actually executed. So I'll move that to the top and save. Oops, save. And that should now go ahead. So I need to create a new release since the process has changed. And this should now go through. There we go. I am now compliant because I've included the Snyk step instead. So that's an example of how you might go ahead and update your policies to use a new tool or comply with a newer standard or a change in standard. And you can iterate these policies over time, and it evolves with your organizational thoughts and internal processes as well.